What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Powerful Relationships. I'm Kyle, and I'm glad you're here. So, in this one, make sure to always follow all my shit in the description. The biggest one is the email list, okay? There's Twitter, Snapchat, there's Instagram, everything's there. So go follow it so you get all my updates. But the email list is the most important in case something crashes with all these social media platforms. Obviously, probably not going to happen, but you never know. Plus, it's something that I own, okay? YouTube owns me in this way. Twitter owns me. Facebook owns me. If I have a Facebook page, group, Twitter, or Snapchat, it's all owned by somebody else, and their rules I got to follow. But when it comes to email, I don't have to follow any rules. Cool? So that's why I want you guys there, so you guys will never lose contact or touch with me. Now, this video on the docket for today is... I thought my hair was fucked up for a second. Stop giving a shit. So... I'm chewing gum right now, and I get fucking annoyed when people just go like this in their videos. So if I do that, please let me know. Basically, I'm doing a lot of fasting lately, and your breath kind of stinks a little bit, and I don't really want to sit there and smell my own breath. So I'm just chewing this gum to it kind of keeps your mind off things a little bit too. So but I'll try as hard as I can not to do that, because I am consciously aware of the fact that happens, and I got gum in my mouth. So, but stop giving a shit. I don't mean stop giving a shit about everything, but let's go through this. I kind of have this structured in my mind the way that I want to explain this. So, most of the time, people care about everything. People care about what people think of them. People care about their job. People care about their relationship. People care about their dog, you know, and those are okay to care about. I'm not saying to not care about that ever at all. What I am saying is, when it comes to your relationship and your own life and everything else going on around you, focus on you. You are number one. Now, what everyone gets twisted is the fact that when they have kids, when they have a relationship, that you should focus on them. But when you stop focusing on yourself, you are actually a weaker version of yourself, and you can't give to them nearly as well as you could if you focused on you. If you focus on your health, your wealth, and your personal development every day, you can give to these things and these people a hell of a lot better, okay? Now, I can't take credit for this entire idea, because I didn't really come up with this myself. I actually learned this from Elliot Hulse a long time ago, okay? And that's something I've actually been trying to practice. And of course, there's days where, like, I'm not perfect to my body. I will sometimes I'll go and eat fast food twice in a day. I've done that before. And I don't do that every day. But fuck, man, like, there's been times where I've been horrible to my body. But everything in moderation. And on top of that, if you know how your body works, and you start like doing some fasting, start doing some nutrition, when you do eat nutritional food and all that shit, and support your mind and support your body, because you have to live with it for years and years. Now, excuse me. So, the more you can focus on yourself. So, for example, so many people are financially dependent on that one job that they have, right? And how can you live in today's economy and today's society having one stream of income? You could literally get fired, and what would you do? Go on unemployment, and when they're paying you like next to nothing, and then on top of that, that runs out after a certain amount of time. And it just shows you how comfortable people are. And the thing is, there are some people like me, like I went out there looking for extra sources of income long ago, like back when I was about 23, 24. So I looked for this stuff. I was looking for something better. So, because I knew that having some extra income is nice, especially when you're sitting around doing fuck all. You're sitting around at home, you're sitting around puttering, you know, you're like, oh my God, I'm just going to play video games. And like, you're not really doing anything. You're not doing anything productive. So the more you do productive things, the better it is for you later on. There's a fuck ton of ways to make passive income these days. And people think the passive income is sort of a lie. And I get it, because there's a lot of fake gurus out there that are like, oh, like, you can make money in like, you can make thousands of dollars a day in 30 days. That's a bunch of horse shit. It takes a lot longer than that. You have to build up a brand. You have to build up an audience like I am with you, right? And when you trust me enough, that's when you buy something from me. That's how this shit works. Okay. And those guys are trying to get money from you. Okay. So it's a lot easier. I'm just fucking around with the volume here. It's a lot easier to build up a brand that way, because then you can use that audience to first give. The first thing you have to do is give. Okay. And then number two, you have to relate and build a relationship with that audience. Okay. Now in my YouTube comments and in my Instagram, I'm doing that right now with coaching and all kinds of stuff, helping people out for free. And people don't want to do this, but you realize that you're building up a brand and you're building up trust and a following and loyalty. And see, that's where people are going wrong, is they don't know how to do this properly. And that's why. So there are really good ways to make money online. Kindle publishing is one of them. Kindle publishing is probably the easiest one. Takes the smallest startup cost, and it can give you such a big reward in the end. And plus, you can build up a following that way. You can build up a following of people who are looking for your books. It's fucking awesome. It's an awesome way to make money online. Affiliate marketing, Instagram marketing. Instagram's getting bigger and bigger, and now there's a new thing called Shop. And you can actually buy right from that person's profile on Instagram. It takes you right to a page and you can just buy from them instantly. It's fucking fantastic. Instagram is going to be the biggest business thing in the future. I guarantee it. Anything that's like that. So Snapchat could do it right if they marketed properly, but Snapchat's kind of turned into like a media platform. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, there's multiple ways to increase your income. And how awesome is that? I didn't want this video to turn into an income video, like a make money online video, but what I promote is self-improvement. And I really want you guys to improve yourself so well that everyone around you is going to be like wondering how you're doing so well with your life. And then there's health, right? Do your research. There's all kinds of people on YouTube, the snake diet. There's all kinds of people out there that are losing all kinds of weight with this thing, and they're fasting. That's all they're doing, is not eating for extended periods of time. Now, anybody who watches this video is unfamiliar with fasting. Everyone thinks that it puts you into starvation mode. It actually doesn't. And that's for a whole other video. But I've been doing fasting, lost 0 muscle mass, and I've lost fat. As these videos go on, you're going to see my face slim up quite a bit, especially like down here. So as long as I just got to start eating a little bit cleaner after my fasts are done. I got to kick that food habit, right? Kick the food addiction. So, and then there's personal development. So you got to build you, what makes you, right? So say for example, you're good at teaching, start teaching shit, learn something and teach it to someone. If you're good at, like, say you're really good at retaining information, say you're good at social media, say you're good at talking to people, you could learn sales and teach it to people online, and then create a course, and then people buy that course. Okay. Anybody who's not doing it is just, they're delusional. You just have to learn. It takes time to learn how to do it, because there's a way to do it. Building up an audience, building an email list. There's all kinds of ways to do this. So when you stop giving a shit, so here's one that I've been hearing a little bit in my life. I'm 28, and everyone's like, you should be buying a house right now. You should have this done. You should have that done. You should have this done. And it's like, why? Because you did that? Especially people who are in their 50s and 60s who grew up like a few decades ago at my age at that time. Like people who are, who baby boomers. They're like, you should be doing this right now. You should be doing that. You know how different the economy is? You know how different it was? You need 2 incomes plus more just to have a house these days. There's just no way, right? So, and you just have to tune that shit out. And there's gonna be people around you that are gonna tell you that what you're doing, especially when you start making money online and start doing things that are unorthodox, They're going to tell you that it's not going to work. You should stick to what you know. Be comfortable. You got to ignore that shit and stop giving a fuck what people think about you, because it's none of your business anyways. And the people who are awesome in life will always support you in what you do. They'll always be like, yeah, you know what? Go for you. Go for number one, because you are number one. And then this bleeds into relationships, because your relationship will thrive, and you'll be the most attractive to your partner when you are working on you. This is something I'm fucking passionate about: personal growth and development. When you're working on you and you're absolutely fucking crushing it, you're making money, you're looking good, you're feeling confident, nothing stops you, especially as a man, when your purpose is to break barriers, destroy goals. When you are doing those things, you are the most attractive to that girl, especially if she's a feminine woman. You are gonna fucking crush your relationship in a good way. And you're never gonna hear shit like, let's be friends, or, you know what, I don't know if this is working out, maybe we should take a break. You won't hear shit like that when you're fucking crushing your goals, because you're extraordinary. And that's the biggest problem with people these days. They're fucking ordinary and they want to be comfortable. They all want to drive the same fucking cars. They all want to do the same shit. They all want to climb the corporate ladder. Meanwhile, I'm a fucking college dropout, and here I am in front of a camera, and I'm making money online, probably more than like, I still make money from my day job. Like, I still have a day job, but it's only like part-time. I only work there maybe 2-3 times a week, right? And the way my girlfriend and I are working out, like the way that we have our bills worked out, we're making it so we have the time to make our brands and stuff. This is where I want to get. I've always wanted to do this, and I never had the balls to do it until like 2 years ago, because I learned how, and there are people out there that are doing it far better than me, that are nowhere near as charismatic as I am. Okay? And that's not even to toot my own horn. They're just horrible in front of a camera. They're horrible at talking to people. You know how many times I hear, oh, you're fantastic at talking to people. You relate to people very well. You do this very well. You do that very well. And I'm like, why the fuck am I so scared of getting in front of a camera and making cold calls, doing certain things that are uncomfortable? So what did I do? Personal development. I got myself in uncomfortable situations and got comfortable at those. And what happens is you get bored and you want to do it again even harder. It's like going to the gym. It's like flexing a muscle. And this is why you got to stop giving a shit. Because when you stop giving a shit about what people think about you, about what society thinks about you, about where you should be at a specific age in your life, you'll get there at your own fucking pace. And what's fucked up and what's funny is when you eat shit for a couple of years, Gary Vee says this, when you eat shit for a couple of years, they will still be at the same fucking place that they were, even though you're down here, they're up here. Maybe they're driving an Audi, maybe they're driving something, but they're paying $400 a month for it, right? They're driving a nicer car than you, and you're down here. But then there's going to be a point where they're still here, and you're going to soar, and you're going to be able to drive that Lamborghini. You're going to be able to drive a really nice fucking car, have a really nice house, and they're still going to be right here trying to climb the corporate ladder, they're wondering what the fuck happened to their life. And that's why they go through a midlife crisis, because they never did what the fuck that they wanted to do in their life. Whew, rant over. Stop giving a shit. Start doing the things that you wanted to do, and that's when you'll be the most attractive. I fucking promise you. Done.